Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. First of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Kamalia Kurniasari, with name 2024-32005. I am an undergraduate student of Information System at PLN Institute of Technology. Okay, so in this video, I would like to explain about Firewall and Access Control List, or ACL, in computer network security. Okay, but before that, I will share my screen first. Okay. Okay, so this material is very important because nowadays almost every activity uses internet and computer networks. Without proper security, networks can easily be accessed by unauthorized user, which may cause data theft, malware attacks, and misuse of network services. In this presentation, I will explain the definition of firewall and ACL and their functions, types, and how they work, and also their implementation using Cisco Packet Tracer based on the practicum that I have done. Okay, so first, I will explain about the security network, because before discussing about firewall and ACL, we need to understand network security first. Okay, network security is a process of protecting computer networks from unauthorized access, attacks, and data manipulation. And for the purpose of network security is to maintain confident TLED, integrity, and availability of data in a network system. In modern networks, security is very important because communication and data exchange are mostly done digitally, and therefore technology such as firewall and ACL are used to secure network communication and control access between devices. Next, I will explain about the firewall. Okay, so in here, a firewall is a network security system to control incoming and outgoing traffic based on security rules. Okay, so the firewall acts as a barrier between an internal network and external networks, such as the internet, and it checks packets of data and decides um, whether the packets are allowed or blocked. For example, if there is a suspicious traffic coming from outside the network, the firewall can deny the connection to protect the internal devices. And then for the function of the firewall is the first function of the firewall is controlling network traffic. Every packet entering or leaving the network will be checked first before it is forwarded. And second, firewall helps prevent unauthorized access from outside networks. The third, firewall can monitor network activities and detect suspicious traffic. And lastly, the firewall protects servers and network devices from threats such as malware, hacking attempts, and illegal access. And next, the types of the firewall. There are several types of firewall used in network security. The first one is packet filtering firewall. This firewall check packets based on IP address, protocol, and port number. It is simple and fast because um, this is so fast, but the security level is still limited. And the second type is stateful inspection firewall. This firewall not only checks packet information but also monitors the connection state, making it more secure than packet filtering firewall. And The third type is proxy firewall. This firewall acts as intermediary between users and the internet. It hides the internal network identity and improves network security. And the last type is generation firewall or NGFY. NGFY. This modern firewall can detect threats, inspect traffic deeply, and control applications used in the network. Next is about access control list or ACL. Okay, so ACL is a set of rules used on routers or switches to determine whether packets are permitted or denied. ACL helps administrators control traffic between the networks. ACL works by checking information such as source IP address, destination IP address, protocol, and port number. If the packet matches the permit rule, it will pass through the network, but if it matches the deny rule, the packet will be blocked. Okay, so next I will explain about the function of ACL. So ACL has several important functions. First one is ACL is used to limit user access to certain networks or services. Second, ACL controls data traffic passing through routers and switches. Third, ACL improves network security by filtering unwanted traffic. Fourth, is ACL can protect servers by allowing access only from specific devices. And finally, the last one is ACL helps manage communication between the different networks or subnets. Okay, so I will explain about the practicum implementation in Cisco Packet Tracer. So in my practicum using Cisco Packet Tracer, I created a simple network topology consisting of I use three pieces, which is PC0, PC1, and PC2, and I use two switches, like switches 0 and switches 1, and I use one router and one server. Okay, so the router connected to different networks like 192.168.1.0/24 and 192.168.2.0/24. Okay, so before we just implementation the ACL in this practicum, in here I just add the IP configuration um, from this each PC. Okay, so for PC0, in here I use IP configuration with IP address 100 with IP address 192.168.1.2 with the subnet mask is this, they are all the same, and for the default gateway is 192.168.1.1, and for the PC1 in here I just used IP address 192.168.1.3, and the default gateway is same with PC0. And for the PC2 in here I just used IP address 190 2.168.2.2, and for the default gateway I use 192.168.2.1, and for the server in here I just used IP address 192.168.2.3, and the default gateway is same with PC2. Okay, after we just configure the IP configuration, in here, I just try to connect the router with different networks, like I say before. In here, I just connect the routers between switch 1 and switch 0. Okay, in this topology, after we just um, try to connect this router and the switches, we just try to connect the PC between PC0 to PC2, PC1 to PC2, server 0 to PC0, and PC2 to PC1. All of that is successful because the router have to connect. And after that, in this topology, ACL was configured on the router to control communication between devices. Like for example, in here, I created an ACL rule to block ICMP traffic or ping from PC0 with IP address 192.168.1.2 to PC2 with IP address 192.168.2.2. Okay, so after applying the ACL in here on the routers, the ping test from PC0 like this, PC0 to PC2 is failed, while the communication from other device still work normally, like PC1 to PC2 or PC0 to um, PC from server 0 to PC0 and from server 0 to PC1 is still work normally. And after that, I also configured another ACL rule to block HTTP access from PC1 with IP configuration 192.168.1.3 with the server to the server with IP address 192 with point 168.2.3 with port 80. Okay. Mm. And then in here just to show the access list which the the ACL is blocked. And when PC1 tried to open the web server using in here using a web server using a browser, the result was request timeout to the server because the traffic was denied by the ACL. And however, or the PC0 could still access the server normally because there was no rule to blocking it. This experiment showed that ACL can filter traffic especially without affecting the entire network communication. So, based on this practicum, I learned the firewall and ACL are very important in network security. Firewall is used to protect networks from unauthorized access and control network traffic, while for the ACL is used to filter packets and manage communication between devices or networks. Through Cisco Packet Tracer simulation, I also learned how to configure ACL rules or on routers and test network connectivity directly. This practicum helped me understand how network security works in real implementation and how firewall and ACL can be used to secure computer networks effectively. Okay, so maybe that's all about my um, explanation about the firewall and the ACL, access control list. I'm very apologize if there are any mistakes on my explanation, and thank you very much for your kind attention. And the last, I say wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.